Hello, this is Susan Dinkle, and this is my EDL 856 case study. I am the principal of my own school. Recently, our parent-teacher organization has moved away from the traditional national PTA association and moved to their own organization. Unfortunately, this organization is trying to establish a great deal of control over the working of the school, including wanting a more active role in how decisions are made and policy making, as well as discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and school evaluation. As an administrator, the school is a reflection of me. My teachers need to understand that I support what they are doing and I want to support them. With this parent organization trying to micromanage how things are being done in the district, it's not something I want to really allow. Although I can see the benefits to what they are wanting, specifically with the back-to-school night, there needs to be some understanding on their part as to extra teacher time that would be involved and that test scores, teacher evaluations, and office discipline referrals are already being utilized to evaluate how the school itself is doing. There really aren't any legal issues involved in this case, but ethically, it's inappropriate for a parent to evaluate a teacher when they may have a personal issue with the teacher. Parents don't necessarily understand curriculum guidelines and the requirements set forth by the state, so asking them to choose that for us does not make any sense. Also, if parents are in the classroom, they may learn about students, and this could violate FERPA regulations. Also, there are board policies in place already that guide their other concerns, and they shouldn't overstep those. The synthesis is that the new parent organization is trying to overstep their bounds by wanting more control in the school and the way it is run. The people involved are myself, the parent organization, the students, and the community. This took place at the school, and this would obviously affect the teachers by making them work more hours than they are contractually obligated to do. The school is constantly looking to improve, and having parents step into a position where they think they know more than the school does about education would make the school fearful about what was being said about the school in the community. So when looking at this case, it's necessary to know why the parents think that they need to have more control within the school. A thorough investigation needs to probably happen to find out what their issues are, and an explanation as to why this isn't going to be allowed. I would make sure to find out if they consulted with the superintendent and the Board of Education prior to making these requests to me. I would then suggest that I be consulted when it comes to their organization's meetings and their requests that they are wanting within our school. Since I don't necessarily have a lot of time to make these decisions, I would need to schedule another meeting with the president after I have visited with the superintendent. So the options that I would have available would be number 1, to take no action. The consequence of doing this is that the parent organization thinks that they have won and can control what happens in the school. This is not a good option. Option 2 is to eliminate the parent organization. The consequence probably will receive some pushback from the parents as well as the organization itself. Parents could withdraw their students and spread false information about the school. Option 3 would be that the school turns over the issue to the superintendent and the Board of Education. This shows that I'm not a good leader, that parents feel like they have won, and that the teachers don't feel like they have my support. And the fourth option would be that the school meets with the parent organization and works together with them in trying to meet the concerns that they have. Some of the consequences is that it shows that I'm willing to work with the parent organization, but that they are not going to control the school. This also demonstrates that I'm concerned with why they are so demanding, yet allow my teacher to know that I have their backs. So when thinking about my options, I need to determine how best to move forward and how I can reassure my staff that I don't want this, yet let the parents know that although I appreciate their concerns, they need to allow us to do our jobs. It's important that I engage families, community, and school personnel in order to strengthen student learning, support our school improvement, and advocate for the needs of their school and community. This would require me to work with them to help eliminate their concerns, yet show that we are teaching their children and supporting our teachers. I would want to visit with the superintendent and other principals to figure out what I can do to prevent them from overstepping their bounds. I would also want to make sure that I have their support before I meet with the parent organization and stop their activity. I would choose option 4. I feel like hearing the concerns of the parent organization is important, but they also need to know that they have boundaries they need to follow too. I would not sit by and allow them to try to power play my school when they aren't in the day-to-day business of educating and doing what is best for all children. Finally, I would meet with the superintendent and principals to discuss what is happening and how I should go forth. I would meet with the teachers to see if there's a way we can meet in the middle when it comes to change our back-to-school night to make it more curriculum-oriented. I would then meet with the parent organization and tell them that I am working with the teachers to come up with a solution for the back-to-school night, but that's all I'm really going to negotiate on at this time. I will consider suggestions, but explain that due to district policies on the other issues, those would need to be brought up to the district. This is the standard for this project. Thank you for watching.